some game time and maybe add a bit of energy and sparkle, because it's been a very under par performance for Man City.
Fabian Delph is the man going off. I don't think he's been their worst player by any stretch of the imagination, but Mendy, the £49 million signing from Monaco in the summer, will come on. He's had wretched luck with injuries this season. A real powerhouse of a defender.
I think that's more about getting him game time.
He's got biceps bigger than my legs.
Yeah, he certainly is a powerful boy. He's had plenty of time in the gym, rehabbing. Certainly won't have a problem on the beach this year, looking good.
I think if I had a body like that, I'd just go around permanently with my top off. As it stands, I'll probably keep covered up over the summer. 57 minutes played, Manchester City 0, Huddersfield 0. Mendy is on for Delph. And it's cleared upfield by Lerva for Huddersfield. For Mounier to chase. Stones ciphers the ball into touch on the far side of the ground.
Good work from Mounier, keeping John Stones honest, clears it. Look at the young Phil Foden at the minute. Maybe he will get a taste.
I think he just needs to get on. One appearance, Foden, to get his hands on a Premier League winners' medal.
I think he might add a bit of youthful energy, because, dare we say it, Man City are plodding a little bit at moments.
Schindler comes across again to win the ball ahead of Sane and put it into the stand over on the far side. Those fans in the lower tier are going to be very red-faced come the morning.
Certainly not my weather, Alex. I used to hate this time of year. Start of the season and the end of the season. I liked it when it was wet, windy in November. No sunshine.
Plenty of sun cream needed by Steve Lomas, I thought, this time of the year.
I couldn't wear it because obviously when you sweat it used to always run in your eyes. It's a nightmare. So you just had to take the sunburn.
Here is Otamendi. To De Bruyne inside the penalty area. De Bruyne tries to pull it back. Well read by Zanka and cleared by Huddersfield. I'd imagine De Bruyne has the same issue as well, by the way. Very fair skin.
Yeah, he's looking a little bit red. It hasn't been his day, and we haven't said that too often, have we? He's been an absolute star this season, and like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Huddersfield. Man City are quite clearly on the par, but that somewhat goes to show you how well Huddersfield have done, and they're going to make a change now.
Yeah, Mounier, who's put in a real shift up front there, is making his way off slowly, it has to be said, to try and run down the clock a bit. And it's a like-for-like replacement. Laurent Depotre, the Belgian, will come on. No goals in his last 15 appearances for Depotre.
And he'll be the exact same role. Work hard, try and run the channels, get hold of the ball, give Huddersfield a platform. I don't think he'll be as mobile as Mounier, but maybe if they can get the ball into him, he can hold it up, and the likes of Alex Pritchard can go up and then join in. But it seems to be more and more likely that the game will be spent in Huddersfield's half.
There's Delph now inside the centre circle for Manchester City. We've reached the hour mark. It's still 0-0 between the champions and the Huddersfield side, battling to stay in the Premier League. Walker coming forward down the Manchester City right. He's got Sane ahead of him. Sane shifts onto his left foot and plays it low along the ground of Fernandinho. De Bruyne to the overlapping Mendy with a cross into the area. Stabbed away again by Zanka, who's had an excellent game.
He isn't the only one. Good move from Man City. Worked it out to Mendy. Zipped the cross in, and Zanka got his body in the way, like he has done for a lot of this match.
Here's Pritchard for Huddersfield. They just need to get a hold of possession in this second half. It's coming back at them rapidly. David Silva challenged well by Depotre, the substitute, and then Jonathan Hogg had his heels clipped by Sane, so a free kick for Huddersfield on the halfway line. Hogg's gone down holding his wrist. Yeah,
good play from Hogg. Breaks out, good initial tackle from Depotre. Hogg's breaking forward, he feels the tug from Sane and goes over, gives his team a breather. Hopefully for Huddersfield's point of view, he hasn't injured himself too badly. It looks like he was holding his arm. These are key moments, and that's good experience from Jonathan Hogg, just biding his team a bit of time in these hot conditions.
Manchester City have had 78% possession.
You would probably say Huddersfield have had the better chances, and you know, possession's one thing, but it doesn't always win you the game, and that's down to Huddersfield's concentration and resilience so far, and also as well as they've tried to play, they've tried to pass the ball.
Lerver can't keep it in play down by the corner flag, so it's a throw in for Manchester City. Huddersfield 16th in the table at the start of play, 3 points above the relegation zone. A victory today and they would be safe, because of course Swansea and Southampton are playing each other on Tuesday. They can't both win. A point and they would edge ever nearer to survival. Here's Mendy though. Manchester City still pressing for a winner, as you would expect from the champions, but Huddersfield again resolute. It's down the right hand side now with Hadajanai, given away by Pritchard to Otamendi, picked up by Fernandinho inside his own half. He sweeps it out to the right of Walker. Kyle Walker, who's got forward a lot more in this second half than he did in the first. Scampers towards the penalty area. He's got Moy keeping a close eye on him. David Silva takes over, and then Walker rolls it into the path of De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a cross which is overhit, and it will be a goal kick for Huddersfield, and it's cheered like it's a goal by the travelling supporters away to our right.
Yeah, and I think Huddersfield will accept that. Kevin De Bruyne putting the ball in from 40 yards out. He's wanting Sane on the opposite wing to get in the far post, but he's overhit his cross, and Huddersfield just showing signs of tiring a little bit, and this is the key moment of the game. Does he look to freshen up again? David Wagner with another sub.
27 anxious minutes remain for Huddersfield. Manchester City have won 15 of their 17 home Premier League games this season. One draw and that one defeat to Manchester United. Quite incredible record.
And Alex Pritchard this time buying his team a foul. He has been absolutely immense today. Everything good that's happened, Alex Pritchard's been involved and gets his team a chance to put the ball forward, and maybe a little bit of improvisation, what they did the first time when they got Hanajanai in.
Yeah, the big men are forward. Depotra grappling for position as well. It's a bit of a flat delivery, and it's cleared out of touch for a throw.
I think Janka got a sore one there. He dived in low under that low flight of ball, and I think he got a kick in the face. And just, I would imagine from Huddersfield's point of view, his manager be saying every break, take a chance, kill the clock, kill the Man City's momentum.
It was Otamendi who cleared the ball and maybe just caught Zanka with his studs. He's back on his feet now, looks a little bit groggy, but I think as Steve Lomas said, that was just clever play by the big Dane. Try and waste a few seconds. Huddersfield do have a throw which Smith, the captain, will take. He's being urged to get on with it by Mike Dean.
I think they've earned the right. Doesn't matter what the Man City fans think. They've got to do everything. They've got to be professional. They've got to waste the time. Take it to the limit without getting booked or sent off.
Oh, lovely turn by Depoitre. He's got no one in the middle. Puts in the blind cross anyway, and it's cleared by Otamendi. Maybe they just need to be a bit braver, Huddersfield, in these final 25 minutes. They've got a foul. And a free kick given away by Gabriel Jesus.
That just is the frustration from Jesus. He just quite clearly jumps at the player rather than the ball, and I think obviously the frustration's kicking in, the lack of service that he's getting. You can see he's arguing with his teammates.
Another free kick for Huddersfield. Again, Manchester City with a very high line. Smith from 10 yards inside the Manchester City half has placed the ball down. He's going to get a yellow card here for time wasting, Smith. First booking of the game, I think.
Yeah, and that's obviously not what you want to see. They've got to take these moments, but obviously quite clearly Mike Dean's had enough. He took too long, he's saying, on the throw-in, and now he's taken too long on the free kick.
Smith plays the free kick towards the penalty area. Schindler tries to bring it down, cleared by Stones. He got a kick on the ankle as he made that clearance, and still Huddersfield with a chance to keep the ball alive. Stones nods it back to his goalkeeper Edison. It's bowled out quickly to Walker. Stones still moving rather gingerly as Manchester City have the ball with Fernandinho. 0-0 on Premier League Live with Talk Sport. Don't forget, let us know where you are listening. At Talk Sport Live is the Twitter address. Manchester City fans around the globe, how will you celebrate this afternoon as they are crowned champions? Given the trophy, Walker with a cross into the Huddersfield area. Easy one for Smith to nod away, and then De Bruyne has headed it against Depotre. I'm not sure what Pritchard was doing, just clearing it upfield. Huddersfield was in fact who smashes it into touch for a Manchester City throw.
Just wondered, did he see the goalkeeper off the line there, because he hit that in such a rate.
I feel a bit sorry for Phil Foden actually, because Manchester City are making a change. Kevin De Bruyne is going off, and on comes Ilkay Gundogan. And knowing the perfectionist he is, Pep Guardiola, I don't think he's going to take a chance on young Foden until Manchester City are in front in this game. He might not get that appearance he needs to pick up his winner's medal.
Yeah, I think it's probably the most ineffective Kevin De Bruyne has been all season. And I think that's down to the work rate of the Huddersfield midfield. Hogg, Moy and Pritchard have been excellent.
You have to praise Huddersfield for the fact they've managed to keep De Bruyne, and indeed most of these Manchester City players so quiet. Here's David Silva, another of them. Sterling not seen too much of the ball in the final third. Here he is linking up with Walker, the diminutive former Liverpool man. Silva with the ball into the area. Sane brings it down, gets the wrong side of Smith, who makes a tremendous block to stop the shot, testing the goalkeeper, and then Zanka pokes it clear. Well held up as well by the substitute Depotre, and he's given it away to Ilkay Gundogan. Sterling was fouled there by Hogg. It's going to be a free kick for Huddersfield.
Yeah, and that's a foul by Smith. He's got to be careful. He's just been booked for time wasting, and Sane turns, makes a bit much of it. I thought he could have continued on, but Tommy Smith's got to be very careful. The last thing Huddersfield want to do is go down to 10 men with this sort of crucial point this could be in Huddersfield's safety in the Premier League.
21 minutes remaining. Manchester City 0, Huddersfield Town 0. The trophy being polished as we speak. As the free kick is played into the area, Fernandinho allowed to bring it down. Stones on the volley, blocked, and then smashed away again by Huddersfield.
On the edge, last ditch tackles. Fernandinho was able to get free at the far post. It eventually breaks to John Stones, but Huddersfield had about 6 players going to block that shot.
It's been a tremendous effort from these Huddersfield players to keep Manchester City and all their mega stars at bay for 70 minutes of this game, but just get the impression they're tiring. Sterling taking on Lerther down the right hand side. Moy again is doubling up on Raheem Sterling. David Silva back out to Sterling. Just can't quite find a way through Manchester City at the moment. David Silva trying to take on Congolo, and Walker, a lazy pass which is hoisted clear by Aaron Moy.
I think you're right, Alex. Huddersfield Town, they're working ever so hard, but instead of trying to find that first pass, trying to pick somebody out and try and work it, you just keep clearing it, and Man City juggernaut keeps coming back.
Here is Mendy crossing from the left hand side. Only Jesus to aim at, swept clear by Lerther. It was a jaded clearance. Ball put back into the penalty area and headed out by Zanka, who's a contender for man of the match, I think.
Yeah, he's got his head on everything, blocked, kicked, tackled, marshalled his back three very well.
Fernandinho into the feet of Silva, 7 yards outside the area. Lofts the ball out to left, and Mendy in space. Mendy drives it into the area, half cleared by Hogg, and then headed fully away by Smith, picked up by Mendy. Huddersfield did well, stuck to the task and turns it behind for a corner for Manchester City. They're 4 for the game. Foden, I think, is that Foden coming on? Or was it Bernardo Silva?
I think it's Bernardo Silva. It looks like it's going to come on. I wouldn't be surprised if it's David Silva coming off. It's been equally as ineffective as Kevin De Bruyne.
Another Manchester City corner, second in quick succession. Leroy Sané, he's got bags of assists this season. He's going to take it towards the near post, and Fernandinho cleared behind by De Potre. Corner count is mounting up, but still Manchester City unable at the moment to find the back of the net. Sané with the ball, good delivery this time. De Potre again clear, and then Moy slid in brilliantly to stop Walker shooting from distance. Stones down the line for Walker. Plenty of sky blue shirts for Walker to aim at inside the penalty area. Pritchard comes across to try and stop the cross and does that brilliantly, and then clears it over the halfway line. He was just kicked by Walker as he did so. It's a free kick for Huddersfield inside their own penalty area, and another show of frustration from a Manchester City man. As on comes Bernardo Silva for John Stones. To be a change in formation then, or will Fernandinho go in and play as a central defender?
Yeah, I think so. He's probably looked at two things. Stones getting into them last 15 minutes. He's come back from muscle strains, doesn't want to take a risk with him. He's got a good 75 minutes under his belt, and also as well as with Huddersfield only having one up front, he's going to go with the more attacking options and really go for it.
Phil Foden's just taken his seat back in the dugout. Looks a bit disappointed because he won't be picking up his winner's medal. There will be plenty more chances, you feel, for the 17-year-old. Yaya Toure also not going to get a sentimental Etihad farewell, not tonight, although they do have another game, of course, against Brighton here in midweek. And presumably they'll be able to present Foden with a medal if he gets on there, or against Southampton on the last day.
Well, exactly. Listen, I would imagine that he'll try and get him on at some stage, but like you said, he wants to win the game. He's looking at the points and goals total and the integrity of the league as well, I think. So all credit to Pep for doing that.
If they do draw this game, I mean, they will need to win both of their final matches here against Brighton on Wednesday and at Southampton, who need the points for very different reasons on the last day to reach the 100. Never before done in English football in the top flight. Sterling up against Moy, gets his cross into the area, or Jesus was ready to pounce, and again that man Zanka heads it clear.
He's like a magnet to the ball, Alex. Every time that ball comes into the box, it seems to be his head on it, his block. And like you said, as much as well as Alex Pritchard has played, Shank at the minute.
Bernardo Silva into David Silva, tries to put it back for Gundogan. Again, there are too many black shirts in the way, and it's cleared all the way to the halfway line where Walker picks it up.
I just can't see Huddersfield. It would be a gigantic effort to see this game out. You know, City are now with Silva on, Bernard Silva. They've got so many attacking players on the pitch. You just expect them to at least make one more chance. It's just whether they can finish it off.
Here is Sané for Manchester City. Second half has been played almost entirely in the Huddersfield half of the field, but with 15 minutes remaining, it remains goalless. Bernardo Silva, the substitute, trying to make some room down the right, tracked by Congolo. Now Gundogan turns with the ball at his feet 25 yards out. Walker into David Silva. Can Huddersfield summon up one final burst of energy? That was a clumsy challenge from Lerver. He's going to be shown a yellow card here. Sterling wanted to play on, but the whistle had already blown.
Yeah, I thought Mike Dean could have let that go. Raheem Sterling was fouled by Lerver, and he is rightly yellow carded, but he had a 1-to-1 the Huddersfield defender, and he would really have fancied his chances driving at him in the box. Yeah, and they actually fouled him. I think it was Hogg, defensive midfielder.
That would have been a booking as well if play had been allowed to continue. The free kick will be taken a yard or so in from the right touchline. Over the second Huddersfield booking in the afternoon. Gundogan and David Silva are the players around the ball. Silva steps over. It's a Gundogan towards the near post of Bernardo Silva, trying to flick it across the box, but was blocked by Hogg. And now it's with Leroy Sane, 35 yards out. Thought about the shot and then tried to slide it into Gundogan, and it's a brilliant piece of defending once again from Huddersfield Town, and Christopher Lerver to tie it behind. He's got a bit of cramp for his troubles, Lerver. They've put in such a tremendous shift, these Huddersfield players. And they keep playing like this against Chelsea on Wednesday and Arsenal on the final day, well, they will deserve to stay up. But Lerver is going to go off here. Scott Malone comes on for his 250th league appearance.
That good energy down that left-hand side. Looking for his defensive. Keep nice and tight, but obviously as well trying with his running power, try and alleviate the pressure because it's constant at the minute. Huddersfield defending resolutely and manfully, but they keep turning the ball over very quickly, and like I said, I fancy City to create at least one more chance.
Malone actually gave away the last minute penalty that City scored to win the game 2-1 at the John Smith Stadium earlier in the season. We'll be looking to right that wrong. Meanwhile, Manchester City have yet another corner, played in from the right hand side by Gundogan, but headed over by Fernandinho. If Huddersfield could take 11 minutes to get the game restarted, I'm sure they would. Pep Guardiola continues to patrol his technical area in the grey trousers and black jumper, white t-shirt just poking out from underneath that jumper. Only 9 goal attempts for Manchester City. I don't know for sure, but I'd imagine that will be amongst the lowest of the season, certainly here at the Etihad.
And I imagine on target as well would definitely be the lowest.
Just 2.
I said it, you know, we keep saying that we don't want to take anything away from Huddersfield because they have been fantastic, very well organised, very well drilled. Man City definitely have been under par, and that's what you need with a team like Huddersfield coming to get something. They need the likes of the top teams to be under par, but you cannot fault their commitment and their drive.
Here is Ilkay Gundogan trying to play it through to Mendy down the Manchester City left touchline, but Smith got there first and it's played back towards the penalty area. Zanka doing enough to stop Jesus winning the header. Moy clears it as far as Mendy. Sane down the left hand side has the ball at his feet for Manchester City. Forced back towards the centre circle of Fernandinho. 11 minutes to go, 0-0 the score. Here's David Silva, chance to run towards the penalty area. Stepping in was Terence Congolo. Now Sterling down the right for City, trying to tease the substitute Malone. Walker into the feet of Sane, 10 yards out, back to Fernandinho. Now Mendy down the left. That was a decent cross for Gabriel Jesus. For the first time he got in between the 2 central defenders, but he could only head it over the bar.
Yes, cross of the game by Bernard Mendy, just drifts it in, feels it in there. Like you said, Jesus gets in between the centre halves for the first time. Just can't get the direction on the header. He's had a couple of chances with his head today, and both been pretty poor attempts from Jesus.
Goal kick for Huddersfield. Jonas Lerzel, who for all Manchester City's pressure, I don't think has really had to make a save in this second half, takes it. And then it's clumsy by Depotre, let it bounce off his knee and out for a throw. Mendy takes that throw quickly. The Manchester City fans trying to find their voice to roar their team over the finishing line. Will it take the gloss off the trophy celebrations in any way, Steve, if they don't win today?
I don't think so, because obviously over the course of the season it would quite simply be sensational, head and shoulders above everybody. You know, I'm actually kind of hoping that Huddersfield hang on now. I think the performance fully deserves it, but you just wouldn't count City from getting a late winner.
Sterling toying with Malone down the left hand side for Manchester City. Silva over the top to Sterling, who's continued his run. This could be dangerous. Excellent play again by Congolo to get his body in the way, and then Hogg to come across and clear. They are so deep though, Huddersfield now.
Yeah,
they're almost back on the M62.
I think they've accepted defeat. They know that they've put a lot in. They've got to sit deep, conserve energy, and this is the last throw of the dice for David Wagner, throwing on a bit of fresh legs.
Yeah, their final change, and it's Raji Van La Para who is coming on for the hard-working Pritchard.
Probably most of his good work in the first half when Huddersfield were a bit more of a threat going forward. Obviously this second half he's had to sacrifice himself in the attacking element with good defensive work, but Van La Para certainly got the creative ability to try and get on that ball and relieve a bit of pressure for the Huddersfield defence.
He's got plenty of pace as well if they can try and work their way into a counter-attacking position. Van La Para, he was actually sent off in stoppage time at the John Smiths when these two met, following that late Manchester City penalty winner. They have scored a few late goals this season. Huddersfield will be aware of that. 8 minutes plus stoppage time to find one here for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva with the ball in the area. Zanka again, powerfully heads it clear. Van La Para can't hold it up though. It's all about game management now as far as Huddersfield are concerned.
Discipline as well. Discipline when you go on the tackle, not to give cheap free kicks or penalties away when you're tired.
Bernardo Silva again with a cross. That's too close to Lerslow to punch it away. Really should have been catching that one. Gundogan into the feet of David Silva. This is Sterling down the City right hand side. Up against Malone once more. Gets the cross in again. Lerslow missed it. Mendy inside the penalty area, trying to drill it back into the 6-yard box, and it was blocked away for a corner by Smith.
And I think it's the initial cross where you're quite right, Alex, he should have just caught it, but he elects to punch it, and I think that put them all at sea. And then the second cross comes in, he comes out and flaps at it, and that could have been a difficult moment for Huddersfield.
Manchester City's 9th corner. Leroy Sané to take it from the near side, headed away by Depotre, and then fizzed back in by Bernardo Silva. Well, the goalkeeper scampering to his left was relieved to see the ball bounce wide for a goal kick.
Yeah, Depotre gets a head on it, but it comes off the side of his head right into the 18-yard box, centre of the goal, where Bernardo Silva tries to hit it on the half volley. Actually volleys it into the turf, and you can see the relief in the Huddersfield player's face as it drifted wide of the post. But I think that all comes from Huddersfield goalkeeper not collecting it. He just catches it, he relieves pressure, it allows them to get up the pitch.
This game reminds me in some ways of that match at the end of Manchester City's very first Premier League title winning season. Queen's Park Rangers needed to get something to stay in the Premier League. They came here and nobody gave them a prayer, much like Huddersfield actually led in that game, and of course Sergio Aguero scored in stoppage time to win the league.
Just about to say that's the only difference, is no Sergio Aguero, and how many times has he bailed Man City out. And as good as Jesus is going to be, he isn't the same level of poacher as Sergio Aguero.
And you would feel for Huddersfield if City were to conjure up some late drama. Otamendi into David Silva. Once again, Huddersfield have everybody back behind the ball. Here's Bernardo Silva into the area. More, he comes across and shuts the door on him, but concedes the corner.
Many times it's him and Hogg done that, filled in gaps. And I really, obviously, I'm a Man City fan, but I've got my Huddersfield scarf on at the minute. I really want them to hold out. The performance fully merits this point.
Mendy with a shot from the corner over the crossbar. He's always rising. Would have been his first Manchester City goal.
Yeah, and he certainly looks like no effect from that long-term injury. Put a great cross in where Jesus should have scored, and he gets the ball here outside the box on his left foot and tries to hit a little bit of a fade, and only inches wide of the top corner.
Robin over in Brazil is sending a couple of tweets. He's a regular tweeter. Amazed Huddersfield have held out for so long. Question is, will they last? I'm certain City will want 100 points. He also says in a separate tweet, this is set up for a piece of Sterling magic late on. There are some anxious faces amongst the Huddersfield Town fans. It's a point that will edge them ever closer to survival. They have got the worst goal difference of the teams scrapping to stay up down there. Huddersfield minus 29 as it stands. Could be minus 30 if City can get a late winner. Oh, that's a really good challenge. Because Sterling, I think, was looking for the penalty as Pongolo came sliding in, but he definitely won the ball.
Yeah, he did, but I don't think he needed to make the challenge, Pongolo. There's the ones. It is a good challenge, but he just needs to stay on his feet. Schindler was ready there to deal with Sterling's danger.
Come on, City is the cry as Sterling lines up for their 10th corner. It's over the head of Fernandinho. Mendy again thought about the shot. Does get the shot in, but it's wayward. Another cheer goes up from the away end. A long way away from the Huddersfield penalty area over on the right-hand side. These fans can't quite believe their team are 3 minutes away from a 0-0 draw.
Well, I think if you had asked anyone coming over the Pennines today, could they get a clean sheet in a 0-0 draw at Man City, I would say there've been very few takers there.
It is a huge step towards Premier League survival for David Wagner, the spectacled Huddersfield manager, if his side can see it out. Could they even win it in the dying stage? They haven't looked like it in the second half, it has to be said, as Depotre concedes a clumsy free kick on the halfway line. And Van La Parra has been booked for stopping Gundogan taking it quickly.
At this moment they'll do anything to try and stop Man City attacking.
Well, late goals have been a feature this weekend. We saw it at West Brom yesterday, we saw it at Southampton yesterday, we saw it at Stoke as they were relegated, losing to Crystal Palace late on. Are we to get more drama here at the Etihad? 88 minutes gone, Manchester City 0, Huddersfield 0 on City's big day in terms of picking up the trophy. Huddersfield have already beaten Manchester United this season. No newly promoted team have beaten both Manchester clubs in the same season for 14 years. A late winner, and Huddersfield are safe, remember. But here comes City. Walker's going to shoot from miles out through a crowd of bodies. It could have gone anywhere, but it's cleared by Moy. Van La Parra racing, but he can't quite get there before the ball goes out for a throw. If he did, Manchester City were in trouble. Throw-in taken by Walker. These City fans want the late winner before the trophy is unveiled. Here is Otamendi well forward. Now Sane gets away from the tiring Hadajoni. Leaves it for Sterling just outside the penalty area. Stay on your feet will be the message from David Wagner to his Huddersfield players. Sterling in the area. Hogg did stay on his feet, and the cross is cleared by the excellent Zanka. How deep are they now, though? Oh, and a mistake by Otamendi, and the ball is out for a Huddersfield throw on the halfway line. And listen to the roar from that away end again.
I imagine they'll take the time, but obviously Tommy Smith's can't take too much time. He's already been booked for one delayed free kick and doesn't want another one. See what it means. They're looking at the face of these Huddersfield fans. They know the commitment, the pride and the passion the players have showed. For them to stay in the Premier League would be an unbelievable achievement from David Wagner. I always look at him thinking of him as my old geography teacher. He's got that sort of look. But he'll be a hero in Huddersfield. He really is, with what he done bringing them up. Nobody fancied him, but to keep them in the Premier League would top that.
Well, he looks like your geography teacher, and he's certainly put Huddersfield on the map, hasn't he, David Wagner, over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I'll let you do the puns, Alex. I'll tee you up.
That wasn't planned, I promise. We didn't talk about that off the air. 90 minutes are up. All about stoppage time now. Pep Guardiola continuing to walk up and down his technical area. Manchester City have walked the walk for much of this season, but haven't been at their dazzling best this afternoon. Credit to Huddersfield for their part in that. And it remains 0-0. There will be 4 added minutes, Aguero time at the end of the game.
I'm surprised about that. I think David Wagner ain't too pleased. I can't remember too many stoppages.
It would be a cruel twist for Huddersfield now, but football very often deals in fairy tales. Van La Parra trying to put Walker under pressure. Walker out to the right-hand side. Oh, it's no foul. And Huddersfield are streaming forward here with Hogg, who shoots. Beaten away by the goalkeeper. It was Malone, actually, the left-back.
Yeah. Actually, Brokey did well. He went and closed down, won the ball off Walker fairly, drove forward onto his left foot, had to take the shot on.
And here comes City at the other end. Oh, in for a grandstand finish at the Etihad again. Bernardo Silva crosses, held by Lersil, and he collapses on the ball. Another giant cheer from the travelling Terrier supporters. Lersil, all in pink, will take as long as he possibly can to pump this ball forward. We're into the 92nd minute.
But was that the moment? Scott Malone, a chance to 3 points. Could he have drove on a little couple more yards?
Potra putting Walker under pressure, and Otamendi. Oh, Walker got back there. Well, I'm not even a Huddersfield fan, I'm kicking every ball.
Yeah, Potra
incredible.
Did well, missed. He worked hard, won the ball back, just didn't have the legs or energy to try and make the most of that opportunity. Just got to be careful they don't lose the shape here, Huddersfield.
Sane into the feet of Fernandinho. He goes through Sane, and what a tackle from Congolo. A match-saving challenge on the edge of his own area, maybe. Fernandinho with a cross which is overhit, and he's nodded back to his goalkeeper by Malone, and Huddersfield can breathe again.
Yeah, it must feel like an eternity for David Wagner. I think there's a great challenge here from Nincolo.
It's sensational, isn't it?
Sane, just as he's about to get in the box.
They're punching the air, those Huddersfield fans, and that tackle is being made. Barely 90 seconds of stoppage time remaining. Manchester City 0, Huddersfield 0. What a Herculean effort from Huddersfield Town against the champions. Can they hold on? Can they do more than hold on? Potra was like Bambi on ice as he slid fell over, but they've got the ball back with Hogg inside his own half. Now Moy, the former Manchester City player, down the line to Van La Parra, showed too much of it to Walker, just needed to keep it
just
there.
Had to hold it, you're right, Alex, just had to take that ball in. Don't worry about beating Walker, just take hold of the ball, shield it, try and get a throw in.
In comes the cross from Mendy, the substitute. Time and space in the area for Gabriel Jesus. Back for Otamendi and wide. So nearly the late winner for Manchester City, and it would have been another Argentine.
Yeah, we're just talking about Van La Parra, keep hold of the ball. It finally works back to Otamendi on the edge of the box. He tried to curl it with his right foot. Thankfully it was a centre half for Huddersfield's point of view. Got shot all wrong, and you can see David Wagner, his arms up in the air, he's saying to the referee, when's he going to blow it up?
And 20 seconds to the 4 added minutes remain. David Wagner wants to halt to proceedings already. They're just going to play this ball surely down to the corner flag. He's like a coiled spring waiting to go off, David Wagner.
Well, he knows with their goal difference what this point will mean to them.
I think we may have an interloper on the pitch. That's why the goal kick has not been taken yet.
Yeah, the poor fourth official is getting it.
I just feel sorry for the fourth official. They remind me of a marriage guidance counsellor getting it from the husband and the wife.
It's a thankless task. I always said I'd never have a go at fourth official, and then I became a manager. Every week you're there on his ear roll.
He can't do anything though, can he?
No, I know he can't, but listen, it's the frustration. You know, he's seen what his team's put in. What a point this would be. A clean sheet at Man City. I don't know what odds that would have been. That must have been up in the 20s.
Well, 1-0 win for Huddersfield was 80-1. I did look at it.
Wow.
More chance of you becoming Millwall manager again, I think.
I would have thought so. More chance, yeah. There's probably more chance. You're not wrong.
We're into the 95th minute. Tommy Smith with one last clearance, and there goes the final whistle. Well, the day will ultimately belong to Manchester City when they pick up the Premier League trophy. But what an effort for David Wagner and his Huddersfield Town players. Wagner embraces Pep Guardiola, the two old sparring partners from their days in Germany. But a 0-0 draw here for Huddersfield will feel like a crucial step on the road to Premier League survival. It edges them ever closer Some Manchester City fans have invaded the pitch. They're being booed by those who've stayed in the stands, but there's a Huddersfield players who are celebrating. 37 points for them now, 4 points clear of the relegation zone with 2 games to play. And if they play like this against Chelsea in midweek and at home to Arsenal next weekend, surely they will be fine for another season of Premier League football. It's a point closer for Manchester City in their quest to reach 100 in the Premier League. They will need to win against Brighton on Wednesday and at Southampton on the last day to make that a reality. They will also need to wait a little longer for the most number of wins in a Premier League season and the most number of goals as well. Chelsea still have that as it stands, as the City fans run onto the pitch in front of us, ready for the trophy presentation. It finishes Manchester City 0, Huddersfield Town 0.
Premier League football is a truly global game, and TalkSport is the global audio partner of the Barclays Premier League.
It's a massive goal!
With live commentary of all 380 matches this season, available at TalkSport.com in English, Spanish or Mandarin every weekend.
What a goal! What a fantastic strike!
The event horizon of world-class football. Visit TalkSport.com to find out more.
If you're outside the UK and Ireland, we've got you covered.
Salah into the penalty area. Mo Salah gets it through. Firmino! 3-0. Counter-attacking football at its best. Roberto Firmino.
Talk Sports International.
To find a way through Sergio Aguero as he does so well. Brilliant goal.
And goals as they go in from every single Premier League.
It's all to